Hey, thank you for watching Infinite Realms. That is when there's something to watch. I mean, because, it sometimes just spins. But, okay, I'm trying to kid around and I'm really blowing it. Sorry. Welcome to Infinite Realms. This is Robert, and again, we're going to do a review. This is the retro-carded Silver Samurai. This is a big one for me. I really like this figure. It's really cool and awesome. And I think he looks nice on the card. I almost don't want to open him. But I'm going to open him. So let's get this on. Okay, so something to mention really quick, and I didn't notice this until I was doing this review. I had him sitting down overnight, and I just laid him down on his back, not thinking. And if you lay him down on his back with his swords in the sheaths, they'll bend. So make sure you don't do that. Don't be dumb like me, okay? Silver Samurai is, of course, an enemy of Wolverine. He's kind of cool. He has the energy powers to be able to cut through anything, although he's never really been able to cut through Wolverine's claws. I think that's odd. But anyhow, so maybe anything short of adamantium. And his comic history has been pretty cool. One of the best stories I remember with him was that first bit of Wolverine solo series. He apparently tamed a cursed blade that had taken possession of Wolverine, and I thought it was a really cool story. I liked how it played out. I thought the ending was a little bit rushed and simple, but I got the point across, was that the blade and the Silver Samurai were supposed to be together. And this figure captures the Silver Samurai's classic look perfectly. I love the shininess of the metal and the big red that pops out from it on the chest plate. It just looks great. And that armor just looks fantastic. I remember having this one, the old Toy Biz one that had the top armor piece came off and you could see his face. And that was a figure I really liked, just because it was all back chrome metal and old school Destro and stuff. And that was a figure I really enjoyed, and I really get a vibe of that off of this figure, but in a more sensible and probably not gonna wear off as easily type of toy here. So now Silver Samurai is not a favorite character of mine, but I don't hate him either. He's a guy I want on my shelf in my X-Men villains. He's not always a villain, but he's definitely antagonist for Wolverine. And standard articulation. The skirt does limit you a little bit, but I'm not necessarily going to knock that, because it looks so accurate to his appearance. I mean, that is what he looks like. So that's a tough one to call, because when that's part of the character's appearance and it does get a little in the way, you're kind of like, gosh, should I knock that off or should I just let it go? And it's always a debate. So this one is a little bit older, but it's still pretty good. I mean, if pressed, you're going to make me give it a rating. I mean, I really like it. I really do. The detailing is fantastic. The mold just looks great, and I don't know where any of that stuff come from. I mean, it looks all new to me. I'm sure somebody's going to point out in the comments, no, it's not all new. Well, I don't sit down and write down every mold that's ever made in Hasbro either, so sue me. Somebody probably will for that one. Who knows? But I do like it a great deal. I'm going to give it 4.5 stars. Really not a whole lot to knock on the figure. It just looks really good. It's a really good representation of the Silver Samurai. Even if you like him a little, I'd suggest getting it just to have that character, because he's one of the more interesting characters in Wolverine's rogue gallery. Like I said, he's not really a rogue. He's more of a nuisance to Wolverine, but he's there nonetheless. They've had some pretty good fights. So I didn't mention much about the packaging, because it's typical X-Men retro packaging, but I did like it. Got bad guys are in purple, so there we are. So with his arch nemesis Wolverine here, of course, and a few others, just to give you an idea. He's a little bit taller than most figures, but so is the character. So that all fits really well. Alright, so that's going to wrap it up for Infinite Realms today. I know a bit quick, but thank you for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe.